start recording, and we're live.
We have to do better this time.
Let's try anyway. Yeah, so we're doing the first case of arson, apparently, and I don't know how many cases that means we have. The gas man. I do get a little frustrated with how frustrated I am with this game, just because like the aesthetic is great. Like so much about it is
vibes is fantastic.
Great. And like that
6 cases, including a DLC one.
Okay. It's not too bad. That sounds about right too.
Presuming at least at 45 minutes to an hour per case, that's like 6 more hours of game.
Yeah. I mean, that's not surprising.
That building looks rough.
Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like pork in that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Till then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have
I know
you out
this
of here before your feet touch the ground.
I know they have to do this
Have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
for a game based in the 40s.
Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel.
But it still seems so quaint.
You do now, Biggs.
So quaint
Like you two should get along just
to
fine.
get this upset about
We'll show
like
you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's like there should be some sort of like social whatever. It just seems like such a big deal to make out of a
South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened.
I mean, I guess the idea more is like
414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
What am I
That's
trying to
for
fucking
you
say?
find out, detective. Now get out of here.
it's more that Roy used that personal drama to
get him out of the way.
yeah, because it would look bad on the department in a time where that mattered.
Yeah,
Supposedly
and
mattered.
it's something I'm having trouble articulating because like I don't think that you should just be like completely okay with infidelity, adultery, and all that kind of stuff.
No,
But I also think
and
that like
yeah, that's definitely not what we're saying.
But it's like it just feels like such a silly thing to get this worked up about, given the world we live in now.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned last time, but I do think part of the upheaval is still remnants of
Did you see his lovely wife?
World War II
Being
and her
German.
being German.
Yeah.
Like that definitely is
Yeah. And
a larger factor.
to be fair, like some of my response there is a certain amount of like cynicism. So like in an ideal world, in an ideal world like that, cynicism wouldn't be like it wouldn't be something you're giving into, but like being that we live in the world we live in, like that kind of becomes inevitable.
How long have you been working arson? We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball?
And to some extent, that was always the case, right? Oh, there's a giant smoke plume. That's kind of neat.
Need a buddy?
To some extent, it's always been the case that like your
This is how it's going to be.
ability to get away with something like that is entirely related to your position of power, obviously, because like nobility was doing that all the time. In fact, to such an extent that it made peasants mad because like they were held to a standard that the nobility weren't. And like the peasants often really believed, or like to a certain extent
There's
believed
what's left.
a certain amount of their
There is if the job's done
what they professed in
properly.
faith and
Think it's
whatnot.
deliberate? Nah, that's real pain in your face. Without the things they care about.
Similarly, it's like
Insurance.
the number of in like the Muslim world, the number of caliphs who were like not at all
Cap this one.
Yeah.
adherents and sultans who were not at all adherents.
It's okay,
Yeah.
Bernie. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have any?
And actually, I think I remember liking Herschel a lot.
Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition.
Like Loki, I
It's
think
like
he
the only
might be
thing
my
ever won in their
favorite of the
lives.
partners you get.
Mm-hmm.
Come home with us.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. Lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house, in the ruins. Terry Lady's his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
I think
Also,
I don't know if
I
it's
just
supposed
love
to
his
be.
voice.
I don't know if it's supposed to be his actual character or if it's just the same voice actor. But I think it's the same voice that's like voicing some of the overview scenes or whatever, like when there's voiceovers in the game.
Yeah, that is him.
Could be something.
Is it supposed to be his character in game or just the same voice actor?
His character in game, I'm fairly certain.
Okay, yeah. Because I recognized it because like you don't run
Like,
into
not
him.
to spoil, but like
Okay,
his character in game.
got it.
Which I
Probably
don't think is very much of a spoiler.
It's probably a deposition of some kind, I would imagine. But you don't need to tell me. I haven't played this far into the game, so I should just have it happen. This is going to be hard because this is all the same color. Everything looks the same. Principles of color and color mixing. Okay.
Was that a? This doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah, I can go check real quick just to make sure, but I don't know.
Optimistic, Cole.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's the same thing I already touched.
I'm a psycho. I think I might rearrange my desk again today.
I mean, you just did it, so that's.
That's the cycle part. I just did it like a week or two ago.
I know you have that little clip-on stand thing,
For
like the little clip-on like caster wheel thingy. But you should almost just get like an actual rolling, like metro rack type thing that it can rest
Are you
in.
talking about for my desktop?
Yeah, but I don't know what your plan is for that.
No. My plan probably is to just have the desktop on the far left, parallel to the short side. Right now, it's parallel to the back of the couch. I think I'm gonna have it perpendicular to the back of the couch on the edge here.
I need to go talk to her.
Move all of my my monitor to be more centered to the left. That way, I can move the like 3D printing drawer stuff to where the 3D closer to the 3D printing side now.
Cole Phelps.
Yeah.
Commercial Pigs, LAPD.
Yeah, I mean that makes
Kind of
sense.
be like the crafting area, because Luisa does tend to work on the dining table, so we can kind of make that a
We want a prize.
space that's like explicitly
got a one
tools,
time.
things like that.
Came home to this.
You still have the tickets.
Yeah.
Sure.
It shouldn't be that difficult of
We'll
a
need to speak to the issue.
rearrangement.
No. Catalina Island, Gulliver's Travel Agency.
Okay, I remember a Gulliver's Travel movie, an anime one way back in the day.
Can you tell me any more about
Yeah.
that you want,
I need
Mr.
to. I remember
Weekend
being
at Catalina Island. My
terrified
wife got
of
this
that
flyer in
movie.
the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Was that like the one that was made in like probably the 40s or 50s or something like that?
Probably.
Maybe a
I
little
need
after
to-
that, but like
Okay, let's see. Film.
I'm gonna actually go back and
Can you tell me any
Austrian.
more about the prize that you won, Mr. Stephens?
Weekend at Catalina
Was it
Island.
this one?
My
No.
wife got this flyer
I feel like
in the mail from
that'd
the
be an
Suburban
interesting book to
Redevelopment
reread.
Fund.
I read it years ago.
Apparently, it's a live action film with Jack Black, which is kind of wild.
Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr.
Was it a cartoon?
Weekend at Catalina
The Jack
Island.
Black one, no, that was a live action
My,
one.
Wife got this flyer in the mail from
That's
the
not it.
suburban
I will know
redevelopment
this when
fund.
I see it because I think Gulliver had black hair in this adaptation.
I don't think he's lying or anything here. So I'm gonna say
Sorry,
truth.
One more time. One more time. I'm sure yelling.
More about the prize that you won, Mr.
Fucking the tism.
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the suburban redevelopment fund.
I don't think he's
I feel
lying.
like that's the truth.
Yeah.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
Actually, let me
My
turn up
wife
the
filled in a
volume on
flyer.
my end.
Lady just rung up and told us we won. It's
Oh,
the
his
first time
arm is
I
so
ever won
weird.
anything.
Did we find all
Yeah.
the clues already?
I mean, this. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This guy is, I think.
Redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
I think he's telling the truth there.
Same.
Nope.
GI?
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, something like that.
It probably was a doubt then.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
Yeah.
All right.
What's with him?
You've seen the papers. I guess he's thinking about his own family. I'd say he's searching for some kind of atonement right now.
I don't know that it doesn't exactly excuse the situation by any means, but like there definitely is a certain amount of like if you experience the war that he did, going back home and having like a limited number of people in and around you who can understand that experience like is gonna shape the choices you make.
I need information on the
Yeah.
Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Because like genuinely there's a very significant chance that your partner would have had no idea what that was like unless they were involved in the war effort in some way, which still wouldn't have been combat, but
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thank you.
I will say those beans were good.
Mm-hmm. So the Gulliver's Travels that I'm thinking of is a 1939 animated version.
Ooh, further back than I was even thinking.
Yeah.
Now that it okay, when you say it scared you, it's like that makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah.
Because the
Which I didn't.
Animations
I never read
from-
the original.
animations from back then were
Does that answer?
kind of frightening at times.
Easy, Phelps.
Yeah.
I'd rather get there in one piece.
I did not know Gulliver's Travel was this old of a work from 1726.
Yeah, it's very old. It was like an early, more or less an early modern, like not early modern as in the historical term, but like it's an early modern style novel. Like it functionally is a novel before that was a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a
Apparently-
misnomer
apparently
for
it's a satire.
yeah. They say it's poking fun at like the concept of authority and kings and stuff. I don't remember enough of it to speak on it like super clearly, but like the different segments are supposed to be like little parallels with regards to like how power is viewed. I went past my turn. I'm gonna just go down here.
I don't think I would ever read it in the modern day because I think I would very much struggle with how it's written.
Yeah, there are some good versions that I would be willing to pick up. Like I think Signet Classics has one. I'm sure Penguin has like a really good classic version. And you know, at the end of the day, I probably would be fine with just whatever the standard Barnes & Noble classics version is, which I nearly bought another copy of Wuthering Heights, which I don't need another copy of Wuthering Heights. I think I got rid of the small one I had
Hi, Albert.
because
We've
I
got
picked
this
up a
case.
Hey, Biggs.
bigger paperback.
We. You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Peter
I love that hat and how silly it is.
Insta-Heat Model 7.
He's clearly like the head of the department or something, so he mostly does office work and just.
Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Oh, that scene didn't make it clear how long his coat was either. It was like a full
Val,
trench coat type thing.
you gonna stick it out, Cole? I'm gonna try. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
So we're at a
I'd say
second
about
arson
midnight.
site. Okay.
Anything more
Yeah,
exotic will take
yeah.
some time to
I decided to do that before going through the other
Tells me this has something to do
locations.
with a faulty water heater?
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, detective? This is a murder and not an
Ooh,
accident.
what a word.
Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete now before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
I'll work with you, but fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of the position he put himself in, just
The insurance company
too.
brings
So
residents up as acts
Yeah,
of
and
God.
I'm not excusing him by any means, but I understand, like you were saying earlier, I understand how he he reached that decision.
oh, the same book. Look at that.
And
do you
you're
think
telling
it's-
me it's not connected?
Tell him it's not connected. It's like finding 2 copies of a Betty Crocker cookbook in the 60s. Connected. Aliens.
Don't you hate on Betty Crocker?
I should intersperse a clip of that aliens guy in this segment. Just pop up for 2 seconds. And maybe I might actually do that.
Hell yeah.
Actually get better at editing so things look more interesting, you know?
Yeah. Which I'm like, should I take a formal class on that or learn from YouTube?
The reason for a formal class for me is I would just stick with it. But
Yeah, that's
my-
the thing is like a formal class will make me actually stick with it.
my current
I don't know if they offer
mindset
anything like that nearby.
my current mindset for formal classes is to either go try to get a certificate for as a legal aid of some kind or accounting or both.
I mean, I do accounting and I have no certifications whatsoever.
Yeah, so it probably also either just that or getting an actual position. Oh, he was walking in place for a second. Okay, I still have clues.
What? No. I'm like, can I just get a...
Okay, so this didn't... I don't think this is anything. He's not... There are clues still, so what am I missing?
Okay, let's see.
Stupid fan. Clock. Book.
Things, I don't know if they offer anything that would be like filming necessarily.
You're talking about that, the JC.
The JC.
Yeah.
There's like photography, which wouldn't be the worst
there,
either. but,
There's
like,
also like career training courses that might be mostly online that cost like not. That's not the best. They're not the cheapest, but like also not terrible. That I was looking at. It's like if I were to get a job, I could then afford paying for it. Like put it on a card or something, and then paying it off of like $200 a month or something like that.
yeah.
But it's just the kind of stuff that like would help with that kind of stuff, and like they're always hiring accountants.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, going for a full CPA wouldn't be the worst idea. It's not. I don't know if it's something I want to do forever, but like it's good money, and everyone always needs an accountant.
This is true.
Okay, now I'm getting confused. What am I missing? Do I want to use my last intuition point to just figure this out?
I don't know, man. We have not been gaining levels to justify heavy use.
Yeah.
Okay, so we checked the bot.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, the heater box.
But
So
it's
go back. I see it.
not letting me click it. There we go. There we go. Insta heat. Regular valve.
Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor. Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the company?
What are the
Douglas
chances?
Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. Been a big help.
Coincidence?
Across the street. I've seen him
Hello, Scooby-Doo.
likes
Which they're making a live-action Scooby-Doo series
Again?
on Netflix.
Oh,
and
on
I'm like-
Netflix. Okay.
And I'm like, if they lean into,
God, they should just get Matthew
Kind of
Lillard.
the
They should
whole-
just get Matthew Lillard to do it.
he's simply too old. Now, I'll watch it because I love Scooby-Doo. Like, unironically, I love anything Scooby-Doo. Oh my god. So apparently, the premise is now Shaggy and Daphne are like childhood friends.
Come on,
And
dude.
At like a summer camp, they run into Scooby as a puppy who witnessed a murder. Oh my god.
He just clotheslined me.
But like, not even just stuck his hand out. He like swung. Yes. Camera, hug the wall. Dude, Connor, you fucking destroyed that man. Gave him no respect.
What's your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires.
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
Oh god. I was going through Twitch,
You're naughty.
and someone I follow was playing Enzoy, the Sims, not clone,
Cigarette in a
but
matchbox gives you
the
5 to
potential
6
Sims
minute
competitor.
You want more
Apparently, you
time,
can just,
use a
in the character
mosquito
creator,
coil.
just pull your
Don't
booty
you,
out to be just a
Herbert.
massive dump
You
truck.
Like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
Oh, that'd be a wild way to start a
See me at the fire station.
fuse.
I have the theory.
I've never even considered that as an option.
Let this guy in.
I think modern additives and cigarettes wouldn't allow that to work. The cigarette would go out too quickly.
Yeah.
His murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence.
No, wait, no. It might still work because most of what it does is it burns quicker.
Accidents, heater
It just
fires,
like
gases.
goes out quicker.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
Oh, I didn't choose a location. Just gonna stop in the middle of the road. Nothing to see here. Almost killed a guy. This is far away. They probably should have had him drive. See, this is one thing about the limitation of the tech of the game is like this should be a really nice shot, and it's not bad, but it's like kind of ruined by the draw distance.
Yeah, and like what is now very simple geometry with like not much texture work.
Yeah.
And then a lot of things are just low res textures.
Yeah. That is a wild. That is a wild front display.
Jon Cunningham, can I help you, gentlemen? We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that? Here they are. Stephens. Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
I recognize that actor. I just don't. I think I recognize him anyway.
That feels like a truth.
Yeah, we're gonna go back real quick though, just to.
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
Yeah, he's also not doing anything weird with his face, and he didn't feel dodgy when he said it. So we're gonna go with truth.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
That might be a doubt. Because I don't know.
One more time.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
That side glance.
Yeah, it's like I don't have anything I think would prove a lie, but it feels a little sketchy. So doubt, you think?
Yeah.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who's won.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. Wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you
Hell
Good
yeah.
man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
And $50 would be a lot of money at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know the actual. I'm not going to look up the inflation rate, but that would probably be like tantamount to like 100, 125 or something right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, God, why does it not? It used to make me select a location before I got moving. I don't know why it's. It's definitely putting me on more rails than it used to.
Let me guess. You want to check out the suburban address?
Right, because thematically, it's trying to make it act like there's not really anything worth looking into. But like Cole is insistent, so they're going to still work the case. I do feel like you are definitely missing part of the overarching story by not doing those little side missions they call in. But I don't want to deal with them.
Like, you know this, or
I did read about it, and it's apparently like some of those. Oh God, some of those side missions bring in characters from the main missions. Like it'll show like a slight extended version of their stories, in some cases.
I think, like, if it was done more explicitly as a side quest, I would have been more compelled to do it.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't.
the way it's presented, it seems like it's just like randomly generated.
Yeah, it feels like the
little
Spider-Man.
shootout
It
or
feels like
something.
Spider-Man thugs or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Elysian Fields.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind. Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut. You'll learn something about fires.
We came as soon as we could.
Yep.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire out?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot line. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
damn it.
Some of these little puzzles are not the best.
This is where I wish there was like a mouse.
Well, even then, like, I could switch to the mouse, but it's like it jerks into like very.
Is that the balloon?
Oh yeah. So
shouldn't that go at the end? So once it expands to the point of breaking, it hits the
fair
fire. The regulator valve should probably go on the left.
I couldn't. That is a balloon. It just doesn't look like a balloon from here.
Well, it's deflated right now.
Next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Okay. So switch the balloon in the middle one.
No.
And turn on the red valve, right? Is that the pilot light?
Okay, so I didn't realize I had to I could turn the valve. So that's what I was getting. So this needs to be.
You need to get the arrangement right before we can reproduce the results.
Then where the fuck is the...
Try again, Boy Scout.
Can you manipulate the regulator valve in any way besides moving it?
No.
So then regulator valve has to be at the far right then, right? Or in the middle? Because I think that's the idea.
Good, your regulator's in position. Okay, go light your pilot, turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on.
Okay, I don't entirely understand how it was different than what I did before, but
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
so they're at this point they're like it's either bad production or shady business, but
And where exactly are we going?
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Remember that dead...
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Ivan Rasick.
Mister, a man like you always loses a battle he wins.
Ivan?
What's he waiting for?
Ivan.
Are we going to the Mocambo this Friday?
When is America going to understand it's called giving?
I thought it would be in this room, but
You wait. 5 years from now, all our jobs will be done by
was that the newspaper or something? Oh, there we go.
New and improved model.
Glass-lined gas water heater. Okay.
Poor guy must be going crazy.
What the hell?
There we go.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70 here. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
I don't think he's lying at that. I think that's truth.
I don't. That grimace he did at the end, though. Is that a grimace or is that just a weird, like, smile?
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
If you look to the side
okay.
there.
Yeah, so maybe it is a doubt. I don't think we have anything that would prove it's a... Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it might be a... Wait, it's serviced by Harley, so that's a...
By Reginald Varley.
Varley, yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
Service repair.
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
So,
do you want to try a lie?
again,
I mean, I don't know if it's
the game is going to be weird about it, maybe, but like that piece of evidence tells me service repair went wrong, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can try it. It's just a video game.
I think you're lying, Razik. Either these heaters are flawed in inception, or they were badly put together. Which is it?
If you want to pursue that line of questioning, we could have our day in court. I'll put my engineering credentials up against yours. We can try to
No.
God damn it.
So what's it going to be, detective?
It's also just like crazy statement. Like the amount of times engineering has gone wrong that causes severe problems is like.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
Yeah.
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
The guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
I want to doubt that.
That looks like a doubt.
Nope.
Fuck.
Mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
I don't.
Installers, then.
It might have all been truth, and we just were thinking there was something shady that wasn't here.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
This is
Yeah,
a
there's
long
the-
shot. We are not going to rouse that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead. Are you liquored up?
I love the idea of a phone just sitting in the middle of the floor like this.
Operator, give me dispatch.
I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't be using it at the desk.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247. I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgrim John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Cutner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
What?
It's a very weird comment.
Right?
Gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Okay, I don't need to look at this anymore. I don't think.
Mister, a man like you always loses a battle of wit because they're unarmed.
Okay, I don't have anything else I can do. This is bizarre because it's like both like. I'm already here. Okay. Do I have to talk to him again?
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
How bad is it?
Here.
Come on, you can tell me.
Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
Are we going to the Mocambo this Friday?
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Oops. Just like randomly reading Kropotkin.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine. The company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive.
Okay.
I gotta swing by the shop, make sure the orders are coming off the line. So if we're done,
I don't think there's anything else I could find in there. So yeah, it's just those. It doesn't even let me choose anything. So now we just go to those locations, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Sam's taking me out to Palm Springs for the weekend.
It just loaded as I walked out, so it's apparently deciding where I go. You got no choice in the matter. Oh, it just had... Okay, so it's just a... I think I want to let him drive.
You're behind the wheel.
PD. We want some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
His face.
You know Reginald Barley?
No? Can't say I do.
How would they not? Yeah, I was gonna say they work for the same company. How would you not know anything about him? Do you think that would be a lie then? Because like I'm now doubting myself in this game, but it's like they work for the same company. How would they not know unless they're like subcontractors that they never meet each other? Well, no, they have lockers at the same location. They know who each other are. I'm gonna say lie and then show them the list or something.
You have a real viper's nest that insta-heat, don't you? Arsonists, murderers, communists.
What's that got to do with me? You can't prove I'm behind all that.
I mean, damn, I don't know if it's this or this, because that was a weird answer.
I would say they're anarchists.
Yeah. We are talking to Clemens, right?
Yeah, we are talking to Clemens.
Nope. Okay.
Oh
That's
my
stupid.
God.
I don't know what I'm supposed to intuit from these conversations at all.
You're licensed and
Like, what am I supposed to? What leap was I supposed to make there?
So what?
Here, 1 second.
Okay, his face is.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna replay that.
You're licensed and work for insta-heat?
I contract for them. So what?
See, I have no idea. Like, I don't know if it's doubt or lie. Show the list of people.
Do you want to use a?
It'd be the last one, but fuck it. Well, that didn't help anything. I'm just gonna let's go for it. It's a video game.
You like fires, don't you, Clemens? You serviced the house on Kenmore Avenue. You manipulated the regulator valve.
I don't remember even working a job on Kenmore Avenue, much less sabotaging the place. What proof have you got?
Shoot, I don't know. Maybe I just do want to try to doubt. Like, I don't know if any of these prove anything. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Don't ask, you never find out.
Insta-heat hires arsonists, does it?
Okay.
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watch it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
I don't know about that, but that seems like an extreme response. Just gonna say.
You know the way. You can drive.
So where do you want to go?
What the fuck? Ay, ay, ay. This feels like a really...
Farley's on the run. He might be packing heat. He's wanted for murder. I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
Some of these later missions do feel a bit dragged out, I will say.
Yeah.
LAPD, Varley. Stop or I'll shoot.
Oh my god.
Chase. Chase. Chase that I can't go any faster until I get really close to him. Because you don't get the prompt to run and tackle until you're like right up on him. That seems a little gutsy to like run into a building you have to like throw your body against to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Run all the way from Michigan, Reginald?
There we go. Excellent.
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you. Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, your guest is
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
It's literally right around the corner. Okay. I'm not even sure I need it to drive there, but here we go. Oh god, I literally ran past this vehicle.
Look at GI's backyards he's cracking through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the bear. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take
God
Ryan
damn,
down
dude.
before he hurts somebody. Step on it, huh? Get me just a little closer. Lay into his wheel well. Come on. Okay. One traffic stop coming up.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running.
Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Get in close and steer him off the car.
Jesus, what is he doing?
The tram! Oh, Jesus!
Put your hands in the air! Why did you run, Ryan? I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Yeah. This game is frustrating.
What?
No, just like you were saying, there's no real rhyme or reason for how a lot of the leaps in logic, where like,
Especially if you fail any of the questions, it's like you just don't quite understand how things come together.
yeah,
What? Do we still have somewhere to go here?
Can you drive to this one?
It feels like we should be just about done, but I'm feeling like we must have missed something.
I mean, given how the conversations went, we definitely missed stuff, but...
Yeah, but like what? That's more what I meant.
Yeah.
That's just
I
the
mean,
sign.
It's not like we can talk to this guy again, right?
Yeah, he's still hanging out in the hallway.
Hope that helps, officer.
Oh, can we look at their lockers?
Well, we did already. Oh my god, it didn't show me that before.
Barley has a problem with bugs.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasic?
Oh my god.
God damn it.
It's the favorite choice of
I should have had that so I could, when I was talking to him.
time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind
So
if I
now we
leave
can
you
go
to
look
it?
at his house,
I got work
like
waiting.
his hovel.
It didn't even pop up as an option before to investigate further.
Yeah.
It's incredibly annoying. Apparently there's something else to discover here at the job site. I'm doing so badly in these cases. Like, the murder cases were so straightforward, I think. Even more straightforward than the ones before that, the traffic cases.
They can make a claim to the department.
Cool.
Please.
I don't, okay.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
That's a lie with like the list of workers, right?
Gotta be.
You and Ryan are fifth columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
Okay, so that's the
Or just
thing.
read
It's
the
like
pamphlet goes.
Yeah, it's like he has one of the pamphlets, and then he had like a stack of them. Matthew Ryan did. So I think
Okay.
that's it.
So here's my thing. If both of those pieces of evidence should work is what should happen. But I do think Ryan's anarchist pamphlets. I feel like both should work.
Yeah.
But I also feel like the game wants a specific one, and which one I don't know right
Yeah,
now.
and it's a slightly weird one too, because you ask like, "Do you know this guy?" And so that makes you think, "Oh, this." But then the response is completely, like the questions that follow are completely different than just, "Do you know the guy?"
Mm-hmm.
So it starts at one question and then like becomes something completely different. I'm gonna try this one though.
Can you show me the Clemens one? I just want to see what the description of that one is. Okay. Again, I feel like both should work, but we'll see. Go with your gut.
I am not now,
Nope.
nor have I ever been
Fuck.
a member of the Communist Party. Nice try, copper.
It might have been his pamphlet. It's just like,
And that's stupid. Both should be valid.
yeah, this whole thing is just like,
As much as I'd like it to be, Chapman, I think think it's one of the other two guys.
A huge shit
I'm gonna
show.
look Because like, what's this fucking case called? Never mind. I'm just gonna do arson case LA Noire and just fucking.
If you read the case name, I'll remember it. I just can't remember it offhand.
Yeah. The Gas Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were supposed to give Clemens specifically. That's stupid. I hate that.
It's weird because
It should be either.
He's accusing him of collaboration with the guy, and so I would think you
should
can
be either
show.
piece.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It probably does make sense for it to be the one in his locker, but it's like the question starts with, "Do you know the guy?" and then it like becomes a completely different set of questions.
Yeah.
The bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Ooh.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Are we going to the Mocambo this Friday?
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve?
Okay, I'm gonna go run for a bio break.
No, I don't.
Okay.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
You expect
God
me to
damn it.
believe that, Ryan? I can do it myself.
Believe whatever you want, Flatfoot. You're part of the conspiracy.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
I'll be so upset if this is also not going to work if I doubt it.
I think
Okay.
Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Shoot.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
I'm back.
So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Would the mosquito thing be the proof?
He's not Reginald Varley, though.
Oh, he's not.
He's the guy with the giant stack of pamphlets.
What do we have in our notebook?
I don't think anything to prove a lie.
What's his criminal record?
Contempt and assault.
What's Matthew? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So he testifies to him. That was another question. He testified to him conspiring with suburban redevelopment.
Okay, what about his pamphlets, other than they're intended for distribution?
Yeah, nothing particularly special.
Is it a doubt?
I think so, but
I mean, our track record's not great in this, so.
Nope.
Chance, Ryan.
Yeah.
You level with me, or I'm sending you to the DA. A conviction for sedition and murder will do wonders for his re-election campaign.
Nice try. But I got nothing to lose.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
I mean that is a lie.
Yeah.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you going to prove that?
That's an odd thing to try to lie about.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry you out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
Failing one interrogation will leave you with a single suspect.
Says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name
This guy literally like ran away in a work vehicle.
I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
I mean, he's lying, right?
Oh, heater service by Volley.
Huh?
Wait, what did he say? He's
Heater service by
didn't do
Varley.
repairs?
Yeah. You can replay it
Have
real
you
quick.
ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
I mean, that's a lie.
Okay, so he's saying he only does new installations. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Why are you
Okay.
lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Your name is on the inside
Okay,
door of
I was
the
gonna
water.
fucking lose it. Like,
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
okay. Go down to the Insta-Heat.
Which one?
The Insta-Heat, just under the regulator valve. Okay. It's a doubt or a lie?
I don't know.
It says fire.
It just says
Wait,
fire
okay.
damage.
Didn't we take this to the guy, and the guy said like this has been tampered with?
Yeah.
But it's not indicated in the notes, which is fucking stupid. But I think it's a lie with the regulator valve.
I mean, I'm willing to try it. It's not like we're doing well enough for me to care.
We can only climb up.
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
It's it. I mean, it's that or the coils, but
I feel like the valve is specifically to the Sawyer house, which is what we're asking about, right? The Sawyer house specifically.
yeah, I'm willing to try it. I'm still wondering if it's the coils, but yeah.
You're saying I'm some
Nope.
psycho for hire? It's not true.
Oh, this game.
Charging him. Don't care anymore.
Reginald Varley, charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
I'm no cold-blooded criminal. I could never burn up a whole family in their home.
How is it? No, just keep your mouth shut and listen to me for a second. How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station, conduct extensive interviews, sift through mountains of evidence with Lynch and Pinker, and still manage to charge the wrong fucking guy?
I charged the wrong guy. Okay.
I took a chance
Amazing.
on you, Phelps. People said I was crazy, and you made me look like a jerk. You may not be much of an arson investigator, but I
Nope.
hear you're merciless on the beat. Get going.
I'm frustrated by this game at this point.
You're supposed to fucking charge Ryan because he's a communist. That's what it is.
That's it? That's
I
it?
think that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Okay. Someone.
Oh, man. Yeah.
But that makes no fucking sense. Clearing the way for like GI construction, like house construction, that doesn't make any sense. That it's. That makes no sense. I'm so confused by that as a concept. Like unless it's just like fitting into the like vibes of the time or something.
Okay, here's a discussion on Reddit. What most likely answer. Varley was already a wanted criminal who was going to be extradited back to Detroit if he was innocent. Criminal either way, so you might as well get 2 arrests and get that bonus to your performance of the squad. The arson captain definitely seems like the type of guy to have that mindset too. His communist sympathies make him an easy target. The LAPD gets to say that they put a communist arsonist behind bars during the time where America was becoming much more paranoid about communists.
Okay, but that doesn't. None of that like made sense in the like the facts of the case. Whatever. That's the episode. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway, there it is.
Yeah.
Case 1 of the arson desk. Terribly done.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Or at least the first desk. Bye.